I think in that case, God was saying, I am everything, because I am.
Right.
Now, mine is a different take on it. It is
Joel Osteen is one of the most recognizable figures in modern Christianity, known for spreading messages of hope, positivity, and personal growth. Leading Lakewood Church in Houston, he has turned what began as a modest congregation into one of the largest churches in the United States, reaching millions through media, books, and global events. Despite his enormous success, Osteen's ministry has faced scrutiny and controversy over its teachings, financial practices, and handling of crises. From his family background to the rapid growth of Lakewood Church and the prosperity gospel he preaches, his story is a complex mix of faith, ambition, and public criticism. Understanding his journey offers insight into modern megachurch culture. Early life and family influence. Joel Osteen grew up in Houston in a household where faith was not just a practice but a lifestyle. His father, John Osteen, transitioned from conventional Southern Baptist preaching to founding a church focused on healing and miracles, shaping a spiritual environment that was both ambitious and compassionate. Joel's mother, Dodie, played a vital role in supporting the ministry while nurturing the family, making faith a lived experience rather than a mere tradition. Growing up, Joel witnessed resilience and devotion firsthand, particularly through his sister Lisa, who was born with severe disabilities. These experiences gave him a deep understanding of hope, perseverance, and empathy. The Osteen home emphasized service, care, and community, instilling values that would later define Joel's leadership approach. From an early age, he absorbed lessons on balancing personal faith with practical action, laying the groundwork for a ministry that would prioritize encouragement, healing, and a positive outlook, connecting deeply with people seeking hope and purpose. Beginnings of Lakewood Church. Lakewood Church started modestly in a small feed store, reflecting humble beginnings paired with big dreams. Initially a traditional Baptist congregation, the church evolved under John and Dodie Osteen to focus on miracles and healing, offering hope to people seeking transformation in their lives. Joel, during his youth, observed this growth quietly, learning about leadership and ministry from the sidelines rather than aspiring to preach himself. The church thrived because of faith, resilience, and a willingness to innovate, demonstrating that spiritual communities could grow by meeting both emotional and spiritual needs. The Osteen family navigated personal challenges alongside this expansion, shaping a culture of positivity and outreach. Joel's early exposure to the inner workings of the church taught him lessons about connecting with people, fostering community, and balancing vision with practicality, all of which would later influence his own leadership style. These formative years revealed how personal faith could translate into meaningful community impact. Joel Osteen's media vision. After attending college briefly, Joel returned home and focused on building a media presence for Lakewood rather than stepping directly into preaching. He immersed himself in television production, learning every aspect of creating polished broadcasts. Over time, this experience shaped his communication style, emphasizing clarity, positivity, and visual appeal, which helped the church reach audiences far beyond Houston. Working behind the scenes allowed him to understand what resonated with people, building confidence in connecting with large audiences. Media became a powerful tool for spreading the church's message long before Joel ever delivered sermons publicly. His dedication to professionalism and excellence in broadcasting laid a foundation for his future as a preacher and author, demonstrating how technical skills and creativity could amplify ministry. This period also taught him the value of reaching people where they are, using media as a bridge between personal faith and global influence. Transition to leadership. Joel's first public sermon marked a turning point, moving him from observer to active leader. Shortly after delivering it, he faced the sudden loss of his father, leaving him to guide the church in a moment of grief and uncertainty. Despite limited experience, Joel embraced this unexpected responsibility, drawing on his observational skills and media experience to communicate with warmth, humor, and authenticity. His early sermons reflected a natural ability to connect with people through relatable stories rather than formal theological training. The congregation responded positively, and under his leadership, the church began to grow rapidly. This transition illustrated his adaptability and resilience, as well as his capacity to translate behind-the-scenes experience into impactful public ministry. It also set the stage for Lakewood to evolve into a nationally recognized institution, showing that leadership often emerges in response to circumstances rather than careful planning. Growth of Lakewood Church. Under Joel's guidance, Lakewood experienced remarkable expansion, both in attendance and influence. Services were designed with attention to detail and production value, reflecting his commitment to professionalism and effective outreach. He led efforts to acquire and renovate a large venue to accommodate the growing congregation, creating a space that combined worship, education, and media production. The church became not just a place of worship, but a hub for community engagement and global broadcasting. Joel's approach balanced inspiration, accessibility, and scale, attracting audiences locally and internationally. While this growth earned widespread admiration, it also drew critique from traditionalists who questioned the emphasis on comfort and spectacle. The church's rise under Joel illustrates how modern megachurches can combine motivation, entertainment, and spiritual teaching to connect with large audiences, highlighting both the opportunities and challenges of leading a faith-based organization in a media-driven age. Prosperity, gospel, and criticism. Joel's preaching emphasizes positivity, gratitude, and personal success, drawing on principles of prosperity theology. His messages encourage followers to embrace hope, health, and abundance as reflections of divine favor. While this approach resonates with many, inspiring confidence and motivation, critics argue it can oversimplify Christian teachings by focusing heavily on comfort and material blessings. Some theologians describe it as cotton candy gospel, prioritizing self-improvement over deeper spiritual discipline or reflection. Supporters find encouragement and empowerment in his messages, while skeptics warn of unrealistic expectations or the implication that struggles reflect weak faith. This tension underscores the delicate balance Joel navigates between modern, motivational speaking and traditional religious instruction. His ministry highlights how preaching can inspire millions while provoking debate over the interpretation of spiritual values, showing the complex interplay between popular appeal and theological rigor in contemporary Christianity. Financial practices and controversies. Lakewood Church's financial management has often been in the spotlight, prompting discussion about priorities and transparency. The church's large budget supports extensive services, media projects, and events, while critics point out that relatively small portions go to charitable missions. Joel and Victoria Osteen have personally built wealth through books, speaking engagements, and other ventures, which has sparked debate about the intersection of ministry and personal gain. The church's decisions, including taking and repaying a federal loan during a national crisis, have drawn public scrutiny. Legal issues and lawsuits have further complicated its public image. These financial discussions highlight the challenges megachurches face in balancing operational needs, ministry goals, and public perception. They also illustrate how high visibility can amplify controversy, making leadership choices both influential and closely examined by supporters and critics alike. Crisis management and security challenges. Lakewood has faced several events testing both leadership and community trust. Natural disasters, delayed responses, and violent incidents have highlighted vulnerabilities and raised questions about preparedness and safety. Joel has addressed these situations with messages of faith and hope, but the incidents expose deeper systemic issues, from security gaps to broader societal problems. Managing a megachurch comes with high stakes, where every decision affects thousands and is closely watched by the public. These challenges illustrate the tension between maintaining openness and providing safety, as well as the responsibility of leading a large, visible congregation. They also show how leadership in such an environment requires balancing compassion, crisis response, and logistical planning, often under intense scrutiny. Family and personal life. Joel's family life is closely tied to his ministry. He and Victoria have nurtured Lakewood together, creating a shared vision for both church and personal brand. Victoria's work in ministry and publishing complements Joel's leadership, and their children are involved in worship and media activities, continuing the family's legacy. Their story demonstrates partnership, shared values, and the blending of personal and professional life in service of faith. Despite public scrutiny, the family projects an image of optimism, resilience, and hope. This intertwining of family and ministry highlights the human dimension behind a global church, showing how relationships, faith, and personal